That is most emphatically not what Sarah said about the shadows. I think there's this misinterpretation about Azriel's shadows and when they go away and when they're in more prominence. And I feel like the other side of the ship war, they mistakenly think that Azriel's shadows being more present is a good thing, when in reality it's not a good thing. Alright, so when Azriel's with Gwyneth in the bonus chapter, his shadows are more present because he's in a shitty mood. He just got chewed out by his bestie for the girl that's probably the love of his life making a move on him, and then he reciprocated that move, and then Rhysand interrupted, and they had this whole awful conversation. And when he happens upon Gwyneth, he's like, he just is just flying around until he feels nothing, absolutely nothing at all. So like, he's not in a good place. And then when he sees Gwyneth, he's like, oh fuck, all right, I can't just leave, because if I just leave, then like I'm the asshole who just left. So like, I have to talk to her. And then the shadows are like messing around with Gwyneth, like they're like dancing around her and all that, but they're not really dancing. They're trying to like ascertain who she is. Like she's new in comparison to Elain, and especially in comparison to Morgan, both of whom the shadows disappear around them. And also, Azriel's shadows seem to sing in answer to Gwyneth's singing. So it's not necessarily that they are responding to any sort of inherent chemistry between Azriel and Gwyneth. It's more like they're responding to just something going on with Gwyneth. Whether she's a light singer, whether she, like, you know, shines music out of her butt. It doesn't matter. They are responding to some sort of magic that Gwyneth has that we know that Nesta's magic also responds to. That's probably what they meant, what Sarah meant when she was asking her friend, like, oh, what do you think about this chapter? Like, theory crafting wise, what do you think about the plot? She wasn't saying, oh, do you think Azriel's switching up? Because again, if Azriel is switching up from Elain to Gwyn, he would be a fuckboy, and we wouldn't want to read about him. Now compare that to Elain and to Morgan as a control. The shadows, they basically all but disappear. He's not the shadow singer to Elain and Morgan. He's just a man. He's just Azriel. And I would argue that the shadows go away in front of people that Azriel can show his soft side to. Elain and Morgan, the inner circle as a whole, like the people that he considers his family. Gwyneth is new. She doesn't have that level of intimacy with him yet. And I would also argue that what makes ELRIEL interesting is that Elain is seen as soft and Azriel is seen as like this tough, silent killer dude, when in reality, Elain is the one with like this killer instinct under the surface where she can like just mosey on up to a king and stab him in the neck. Whereas Azriel, like, he's softer, like he has a much softer side and a much softer underbelly that he's more comfortable showing to Morgan and to Elain, which is why Morgan and Elain are the only people who can get him to do anything. So no, his shadows aren't hiding. The shadows are a defense mechanism. They come out when he is feeling a type of way. He doesn't feel a type of way around Elain and Morgan. Not that he feels a type of way around Gwyneth just in general, because Gwyneth is a nice person and she's not a bad person. I don't think he was inherently untrustworthy of her. I just think that like he was coming off of a really bad moment, so the shadows are going to be out. And because he's so focused in on himself, his shadows aren't going to warn him that she's there. Or the shadows could not see her for some reason, probably because of the light singer stuff. I don't know. But again, no. The shadows hiding from Elain and Morgan is actually an argument for ELRIEL and not for Gwynriel.